What's up, y'all? I figured I would make a video showing how you can actually, do, I guess you could say, silent recording with pedals. And I'm going to be using my Friedman BEOD. I have the internal knob turned wide open, so you kind of gauge it more with the frontal gain pot. But I use the basic simple bias effects too, and when you open it, it opens directly to the American Dream setting, and I like to take and just single it out, and then just take out every single pedal except for the noise gate and the reverb. I mute the reverb, and this is what it sounds like with just the straight 69 duo verb and the black duo cab. Now this is going directly from my Nick Johnson signature into the BEOD, out of it into the interface. And I'm using GarageBand, but everything on the pedal is at 12 o'clock except for the volume. The volume's at about 10 o'clock or so. And here we go. Turn on the noise gate on here. Turn the threshold up a little bit. And But yeah, I mean, you can basically do this process with overdrives, and basically any kind of distortion or overdrive will work, because essentially you're putting the pedal in the front end of the digital amp. Now the reverb, it doesn't work so well, so with that I use the reverb that's on here. And I have this bias effects too, because I did I got it for free from Positive Grid for testing out their Smart Jam. Was it Steve, I believe? It's been a minute since I even cranked up my Spark amp, but their Steve Jam guy or whatever, they were awesome enough to send this over for me just trying that thing out. But I mean, if you're a home studio guy or whatever, this is definitely an awesome thing to get. They do have a lot of effects and a lot of options that you can play with and mess with the bias effects. And of course they have the bias amp and the bias pedal and all sorts of different programs that you can really get lost for hours on this stuff. And just messing around with it, you can really tweak out the amp. Right now the gain is at 7, the bass is at 6, mids at 6, treble is at 7, and the presence at 6. The master's at 8 on the amp. And of course you get all sorts of things. I can turn around and change this cab to Celestion 4x12 vintage 30s. And of course move the mic around. All this is coming out of these M-Audio monitors. They're like the less than $100 little 3-inch, and they're pretty awesome for what it is. And just we'll stick with changing out the cab. We'll do like the rectifier cab. You know what? For the hell of it, let's try and boost one of the high gain amp sets that they have on here. Mute this for just a second. We will let's boost it with this, the SD1. So again, so let's turn this off. Do the switch lead with the greenbacks, which sounds like this. No. No, we'll try to use this same way a tube screamer. Drive all the way down, level all the way up. If it's a little bit bright, you can always turn the tone down just a little bit. But yeah, I just thought I'd make a video of trying it out and seeing how the Friedman reacted with the bias effects and the SD1. I mean, it seems to work out awesome. I'm sure you could get an amazing mix, especially with all the EQs and different parameters, and especially if you put an EQ pedal in this whole chain, you can EQ it even more. Or like how I do sometimes, I have one of these cheap little, like, I think it's like a $90 Behringer. Is it the the Behringer 802 mixer, and a lot of times just go into the mixer just to have a little bit better parameters to EQ with. You can pan it a little bit left and right. I have a cable, there's RCA on one end and XLR on the other end, which goes into my Scarlett Focusrite, which is like the version 2, and works awesome for me. But if you like the video, like it, subscribe, whatever. If you do, if you don't, you don't, whatever the fuck. Anyways.